thanks for staying with us. The further opportunity Zone B intercept goods worth over 200 billion naira within 1 month. Also on customs report, the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service speaks on custom activities in Nigeria. Plus, more report. I am Egiseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has said that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to obey laws that are made by the National Assembly. He was speaking in Abuja when he was briefing members about the operation of the service.
And then I start with item 2 there, which is the review of the 2021 approved budget performance. Revenue performance of 2021 budget. The approved revenue target for the year 2021 stood at 1.679 trillion. The service collected a total revenue of 1.716 trillion for the period of January to December 2021. When compared to the approved revenue target of the same period, January to December 2020, the service surpassed its target by 504.34 billion, or 41.63%. The service also collected the sum of 525.06 billion as value-added tax on imports from January to December 2021, thereby bringing the total collection for the year 2021 to 2.241 trillion for the period under review. Page 3. Most importantly, the above remarkable performance was recorded amidst the following militating factors. As usual, as always, we continue to state this because they are part of the militating factors against what we believe would enhance the collection of revenue and maximizing our collection. First among them is the standing government, the deliberate trade and economic policies, monetary both and physical, such as the restriction of 43 items from accessing forex at official window. While we are not saying we're not against it, and I'm sure the wisdom behind this is good enough, but it is one of those things that has reduced the amount that we would have collected. 2, the non-functional scanners at the various customs scanning sites. This factor has adversely affected the service's ability to carry out effective examination for selective consignment, and the chairman made mention of this in his opening remarks. 3, only 2 commodities, cigarette and alcoholic beverages, were under excise control within the period under review. So we are yet to get the directive to start collecting the 10% on carbonated drink, and also we are yet to come to terms of who is going to collect the telecommunication excise. That is still under process, and it is our hope that before the end of the first quarter of this year, we will precisely get go ahead to start collecting, because every day that passes by, we are losing revenue.
He also urged them to continue to implement laws that will promote trade in the country.
For tax evasion and economic sabotage, thus high level of this relationship must be deliberately structured in order to broaden our tax collectivity. Page 8, Mr. Chairman and distinguished senators. 2022 expected income. The service proposed a budget expenditure of 369.14 billion for the year 2022, which will be sourced from the following sources. First is the 7% cost of collection for the year 2022. We expect to reach 151.84 billion. 2, the 60% CISS granted by Mr. President, we expect to reach 60.12 billion. And 2% share of the NCS VAT collection, there we expect to generate 14.94 billion. And then the retained income for the year 2021 to roll over to 2022, we is 114.39 billion. And the share of the excess of the 2021 budget, which of course we couldn't have made any effort of spending it because it was not budgeted, as a result of the of exceeding the target, we were able to get this amount also added to our own collection. The total sum, therefore, distinguished chair, is 369.14 billion. The expected income will be utilized as follows. First, personnel cost. We expect, if everything goes well, to expend 108.85%, 85 billion, or 29.49% of the budget on personnel cost. Then overhead cost. We expect to spend 45.89 billion, or 12.43 billion of the entire budget. Capital cost. The total cost here is almost all the bulk of our money will go on capital expenditure. And here, this is one of the few budgets that is I think nationwide, that you find out that much money is put in capital instead of overhead and personnel costs. So here Mr. Chairman, we, by the grace of God, expect to spend 214.30 billion, which is 58.08% of the total budget of 369.04 billion. Major highlights of the proposed budget expenditure. Personnel cost for 2022. The nominal roll of 15,004 personnel and 3,200 expected recruitment of cadets are used in estimating the personnel cost of 108.85 billion, which comprises of 86.50 billion is an allocation for personnel salaries and allowances. 7.73 billion is provision for employers' contribution under the National Pension Scheme. 3.93 billion is a provision for employers' contribution to National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS.
The Nigerian Customs Service will continue to fine-tune laws in the operation of free trade zone in the country. The Deputy Controller General of Customs, in charge of the Excise and Free Trade Zone, said that the management will continue to implement rules governing the trade in the country.
We know, and everybody here should know, that the free trade zones are a different entity. They operate different laws other than the laws that guide Nigeria. We in Customs know that very well. And that is why we make sure that all the stops, all the checks that happen to general goods on imports are not done in these free zones. Answer: if and when a free zone imports their raw materials, if they start documentation on time, you won't tell me that there's not, we don't have enough escort officers. It is only when you now come, I want this transfer to be tomorrow. There are other requests for goods going to other places. We have inland containers. Some are in Kano in the east, even in Enugu where I came from, we have. So there are always requests. So you have to make don't wait for your goods to arrive before you start making those requests. That is what we call timely documentation. Once you do that, you won't have any problems. Taken care of as soon as the automation is in place. Customs will only inspect the goods that they have doubts about. As soon as this automation is done, it is only when you won't see people every time they will call for examination. No, we are going to, and very soon, pass that era of physical examination, and then, all those stuffs is going to pass very soon, sir. And landing certificates, I agree with you that NEBSA is supposed to have a copy of the landing certificates. It's actually supposed to be, one should be for NEBSA.
According to her, customs will further implement rules to improve trade in Nigeria and support the operations of the system all over the country.
The issue is that of compliance. I've always said that, and the CGC is very particular about compliance. You see that when people comply to the rules and regulations, things will work out. But if you're not complying, then everything will just be, everybody is going in different directions. So it's issue of compliance. People must comply to the rules. All the players in the free zones must comply to the rules and regulations.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Customs Image Maker has been speaking on custom activities, saying that Nigerian Customs Service will continue to operate as laid down by rules as approved by the federal government of Nigeria. He speaks more on a number of issues.
And what our enforcement officers do, that is the field operatives. So this synergy is what we see manifested as seizures, in various commands. We've had it in Kebbi, we've had it in Kaduna, even in the West, we've also had this seizure. So we see a trend where people are trading in donkey skin and also donkey meat. We know that some states even have laws prohibiting the trade in that, and of course donkeys are considered as protected too, and so when these things occur, we put into play the various methods of arresting suspects and also ensuring that whatever economic gains that are accruable from it are also, cut off. The Nigerian Customs Service has always collaborated with certain international organizations. We give a lot of attention to what these kind of collaborations can yield in terms of results. We work with governments, foreign governments. We work with certain agencies that are actively involved in protecting wildlife and the illegal trade in wildlife. And so the service has gone a step further, I think, in association with Wild Aid, to set up within the confines of the Customs Trading College in Ikeja an office in which all the activities of officers posted for that particular duty, which is the protection or the illegal trade in wildlife and protection of endangered species, flora and fauna.
The Apapa Area Command has since been considered a premier port for the nation and a flagship command of the Nigerian Customs Service, grossing the highest revenue collection in the service. The port was concessioned to 5 terminal operators: the ENL, the APMT, Greenview Terminal, ABTL, and the Eco Support. The command has a staff strength of 775 officers and men, headed by the CAC and the deputy controllers as the management staff. Not only in the area of revenue collection, stakeholders engagement, suppression of smuggling, facilitation of trade, but has also invested hugely in the capacity building of its personnel and the critical stakeholders. The impact of these various training carried out shows many officers of the command being promoted in 2019 promotion exams, and effort to sustain this great height. At the time of this briefing, the command recorded over 300 newly promoted officers. Worthy of note are the 5 deputy controllers who are promoted to the rank of controllers. 11 assistant controllers to deputy controllers. We have 17 chief superintendent of custom to assistant controllers of custom, over 25 SCs to CSCs, over 50 DSCs to SCs, more than 26 ASC1 to DSC, over 40 ASC2 to ASC1, etc.
Some of the recently promoted officers of Nigerian Customs Service have said that the Nigerian Customs Service promotion will further improve their skill and improve their service to the nation. They all have this to say.
For us to see this day. Secondly, I want to appreciate the Controller General of Customs for graciously considering us worthy of elevation to this new rank. Like you rightly pointed out, to whom much is given, much is expected. We are expected to do due diligence in the conduct of our responsibilities in the areas of trade facilitation, revenue generation, anti-smuggling activities. Not only that, anywhere you find yourself as a customs officer, you are expected to be professional, to represent the service, and make sure that whatever you do is in tandem with the dictates of the service.
Nothing for me to say except by saying thank you so much. It's a very double thank you because I've been promoted from the DSC to SC and also advanced to SC, from SC to CSC as Chief Superintendent of the Customs. I am US Abba by name. I am the PA to the area controller of Apapa. We worked together for long and we stayed, so I'm really privileged to have worked with him because I've learned a lot since when I was with him in the ICT headquarters.
Challenge to me to work hard and harder for us to meet a high standard in the service. And we really appreciate and thank to the Nigerian Customs Service Board for giving us this opportunity.
I want to say a very big thank you to the management, the board and management of Nigeria Customs Service for considering us for this next level of advancement. It means, they say, to whom much is given, much is expected. So responsibility has come and we promise that we will live up to the expectation.
In the first place, I would like to thank the Almighty Allah for this promotion. He's the one that has done it for me. And secondly, for the management too, I have to appreciate them because they've done well, and we promise to do more to the service. As we get this promotion is another challenge for us to work hard.
Honestly, glory be to Almighty God. It's only God that brings this into us, so we are happy with Him. I can only pray for him and his family. May Almighty Allah bless him, make him end well, and his management team.
I do not have any other message aside the assurance that the promotion as given to us is a sign of belief that we're going to deliver. So I want to assure the management that we're not going to fail them in any way. We'll have to justify the promotions we got. Yes, it's not a competition. Like one of the speakers said, promotion comes from God. So it is us today, it should be them tomorrow by God's grace. So they should not be deterred, they should keep working hard.
The Federal Operation Unit Zone B has intercepted goods worth over 200 million naira within 1 month. The customs controller said that the unit also seized drugs from some importers and agents who brought into Nigeria unregistered drugs.
Drugs that we intercepted that does not go through the NAFDAC process. You know, NAFDAC has been approved, it's an agency responsible for regulation of food and drug. Any drug that comes to Nigeria without NAFDAC regulation is considered to be illicit. This is how we got it. We have 99,000 tablets of Sibdol. This is Sibdol, see it here. According to what we saw there, is meant for pain reliever. And you know, these days, people abuse pain reliever so that you get extra energy to commit crime. These are the things we are doing to ensure we don't allow it to circulate. We have also 120,000 tablets of Ladinax. This is the same family. As I said, because of the pressure we're putting on tramadol, smugglers are now diverting their attention by concealment to bring other products, drug products that are not registered. We are not relenting. Our eyes are on it. And good enough, the general public are partnering with customs to ensure information is passed to us, to ensure this does not circulate and goes to the wrong hand. By the time we write to headquarters, my Controller General of Customs will grant me approval to transfer this into NAFDAC for other and further investigation. So I want to continue to urge everybody to partner with customs to ensure those books that are limiting the progress of this country, the emergence of certain industries, the progress of other sectors are not allowed to deteriorate. We have 1,314 bags of 50 kg foreign rice. We have 49 pieces of tires, used tires. As you know, used tires are not allowed to come. They are contraband because of their nature. They can cause accidents, shorten the life of citizens, and what have you. We have 10 cartons of fruit juice. We have 303 kegs of premium motor spirit, that's PMS, in 25 liters. How we do this because of distance. Wherever we see PMS, we immediately auction it because it's flammable and it's too perishable. We don't allow it to stay more than 2-3 hours. We find people around, especially sister agencies, police, SSS, immigration. We defrost if they are around. We auction it for them so that they use it. Whatever is realized will be fed to the program of Nigeria. These are the items we seized.
The controller in charge of Katsina Command has warned smugglers against smuggling of consignment into the country in spite of the opening of the border by the federal government. So in spite of the border opening, smuggling will not be allowed in the zone. It speaks more on the number of seizures made by his command.
A Toyota Carina with a DP value of 351,000 naira, as well as another Toyota Carina with a DP of 351,000 naira. We have one used Boxer Boss with a duty paid value of 2,025,000 naira. We have one used Golf with a DP value of 432,000 naira. While one used Golf 3 with a duty paid value of 472,500 naira, as well as one used Fractive Boss with a duty paid value of 405,000 naira, a total of 8,626,500 naira as well. On the other items seized, we have more than half a truck of rice, foreign rice, 50 kg each, 396 bags with a duty paid value of 8,756,000 naira, as well as cartons of foreign spaghetti, 244 cartons with a duty paid value of 1,464,000 naira, as well as cartons of foreign macaroni, 40 cartons with a duty paid value of 240,000. We have vegetable oil, 25 liters each, 39 jerry cans with a duty paid value of 858,000 naira. We have kegs of PMS motor separate, that is petrol, 25 liters each, 95 jerry cans with a duty paid value of 431,063 naira. We also have kegs of AGO of 25 liters each, that is gas, diesel, 78 jerry cans with a duty paid value of 1,228,500 naira. We have pieces of cow skin, 125 pieces with a duty paid value of 918,750,000. We have gas cylinder of 50 kg each, 75 pieces with a duty paid value of 6,300,000 naira, as well as another gas cylinder, 40 kg each, 43 pieces, duty paid value of 1,896,300 naira, as well as another gas cylinder of 12.5 kg each, 25 pieces, duty paid value of 735,000 naira. Total 22,827,613,000. Grand total altogether vehicles and other items, 31,454,113 naira.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you a report where just what billions of naira was intercepted by some commands in the country. For me, Igiseme Edinye, thanks for watching.